Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd down and 6 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Henry is in. Touchdown, Washington. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Again, that's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Richardson looks to throw once more. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The kick by McManus is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So 2 quarters down.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Commanders.
And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, it's done. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Richardson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. Henry out of the pistol. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Again, it's Henry. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and break it and knock it free.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run forward with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. They set up the screen for Henry. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Richardson working from the gun. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Henry up the middle. Gets by him at the 25. Shreds the tackle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Richardson to throw.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. One last shot for Richardson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Now, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for them.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
This is 2nd and 8.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Running left, it's Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys that catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. As they've got it as we resume action.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, I don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Penn. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. Penn. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Penn. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Penn, and incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He gets that one complete to Wicks.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Santos' kick is up and through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
To throw on second down, Penn. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, Penn.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimum.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On first down, Penn. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw on second down. Penn, and incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, Not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
On 1st and 10, Penn.
That's complete to Wicks.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Looking to throw. Penn. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
wants it more. This is 4th and a yard.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry.
And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
2nd and 11.
A give to Henry. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to...
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Slot man moves right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller...
Derrick Henry all alone. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
49 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Henry.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Goff on 1st down. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on third, Goff.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 30.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Derrick Henry. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A first down carry for Henry.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Underneath, he's got Olsen. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
2nd and 6.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
Gay's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Second down and 3.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
They'll run with Henry.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Off tackle left with Henry. Pushes past him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is Henry.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st down, gone.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now Rodgers.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Rodgers.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. They set up the screen for Henry.
Room past the 35.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd down and a yard.
Henry out of the pistol.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They get 17 there. Good for a Commanders first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again to Henry.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Derrick Henry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers going to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a present. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
They run wide side with Henry.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Washington. Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Washington on third down.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Rodgers again now. Completes it to Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
This is 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
They'll check this one down to Carter. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here comes 2nd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. 162 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter?
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars. And that's Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this up to about the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down and 8. Another toe for Etienne.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And it's a fumble. And one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Henry up the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
A first down carry for Henry.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
17 yards that time and a Washington first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They'll come up 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Let's go.
3rd and 4.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
43 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
They'll run it again with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Right, let's go.
Draw play, ETN.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and...
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. it's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yep. But they can get it done.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle, down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Lawrence.
Forced out to his left.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
78 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and a couple.
A pivot and a give to Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
On 3rd down, Henry.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down 13-10, 80 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here.
Well, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did.
Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be caught at the 30.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From 19 yards away.
And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? the ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Again, it's Stafford.
Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jefferson.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Still... the board at 0-0, but you're just across midfield as we get set here on second down. Back to throw, Stafford.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson.
45 yards.
And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
There you have it.
So 1st and 10 for the Washington offense as they get ready.
Now Stafford.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Stafford looks to throw again.
To Collins, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Nico Collins.
35 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he...
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back.
This is caught.
Nico Collins.
55 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington.
Justin Jefferson.
An 80-yard touchdown. And just like that, another Ultimate Challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always...
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. This challenge begins in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're down by 6. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Washington!
Justin Jefferson.
65 yards.
And the Commanders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they...
And he loses the football a second time.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Airing it out for Olsen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Play action. Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Justin Jefferson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now a throw here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Nico Collins.
55 yards.
And the Commanders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Guess who made the tackle? Yes, Reggie White.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on, and remember, that coach, former defender in this league. He loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big, big loss there. And it goes down as a sack as well. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They can't. On the 4th down pass attempt, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Dante Whitner.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to try and go deep again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker.
50 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up. And now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit and try and calm things down?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a first down throw. Stafford.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Here's Mostert.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On first down, Stafford here.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Justin Jefferson.
65 yards. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course. And now they have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the coach. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
This challenge begins in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're only down by a point. You have possession on your own 30-yard line. First and 10. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jefferson
from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders have taken the lead.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. On the call today, 2 of the best in the business, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. I'll see you guys at halftime.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. It's all tied at 3 apiece. You've got the ball at the 50-yard line, and it's first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball, and I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
Here's second and 10.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
50 yards. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. From the 50, Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Jefferson.
50 yards. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. From the 50, it's Stafford.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 50 yards. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. So for this challenge, we're in the 4th quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're down by 6. You've got the ball on your opponent's 25-yard line, and it's 1st and 10.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
44 yards. Stafford on 1st down.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation, no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Now Stafford. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Greg Olsen, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So now Stafford and the Rams down by 1. 80 seconds remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Here's second down and 3.
Now Stafford.
He's got Johnson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10.
Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
Very sharp here to start this drive. 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Completes this to Jefferson.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge.
go.